Breaking news, sabay-sabay na humarap si Marcoleta at VP Sara sa Kamara, binasag ang mga kongresista. Ayan na yun. Ayan, syempre itong balitang ito ay nagmula kay Pinas News Insider at syempre ito po ang inyong lingkod na si BT na magbibigay ng reaksyon at komento dito sa video na ating matutunghayan ngayon. At huwag na natin pagtagalin at sabay-sabay na nating panoorin ang laman ng video na hatid sa atin ni Pinas News Insider at bibigyan natin ng reaksyon ng balitang ito. Pasok!
Ito ang balita ngayon. Viral at pinag-uusapan ngayon sa mundo ng social media. Ang di umano'y balitang Vice President Sara Duterte matapang na humarap sa Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability at tahasang sinabi na ang pagdinig ay hindi para sa good governance and accountability, kundi ito ay para sirain siya at ang kanyang opisina.
Ay, tama! Lahat naman yan ay suma total lang na sirain siya, no? Hindi naman para sa good governance, ganito na kunwari nag-aalala sa mga Pilipino.
At Congressman Marcoleta matapang na naghayag sa tila kamalian ng Kongreso. Pero bago ang lahat, kung bago ka pa lamang sa aming channel, please huwag kalimutang mag-like, subscribe at i-click ang notification bell para mas maging updated ka pa lalo sa lahat pa ng bagong video na i-upload namin. At eto na nga mga kababayan, simula pa lamang ng pagdinig ng Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability ay tila nagkalituhan na dahil nais ng Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability na manumpa si VP Sara na kwinestyon naman agad ni Vice President Sara Duterte. Siya ba ay resource person or a witness? Dahil ayon sa alituntunin ng House of Representatives na ibinigay sa Office of the Vice President, ang mga testigo lamang ang kailangang manumpa at hindi ang resource person. Na binigyang linaw din ni Pampanga Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo na magkaiba ang resource person at ang witness. Kaya mukhang nagkalituhan ng HOR at sa simula pa lamang ay nag-suspend na. At sa patuloy na pagdinig, nagbigay naman ng kanyang privilege speech.
Tignan mo yung isa, kain ng kain.
Si Vice President Sara Duterte kung saan tila tahasang sinabi na ang pagdinig ay hindi para sa good governance and accountability, kundi ito ay para sirain at atakihin ang Office of the Vice President. Ayon pa sa naging post ni Teo Moreno, "You can skin me alive and throw my ashes to the wind, but let it be known you will find me unbowed." Ipiinday Sara Duterte during the HOR hearing. What we are witnessing now is no ordinary legislative inquiry. This exercise is a well-funded and coordinated political attack.
Ganyan naman talaga eh. Kaya gusto nilang magkaroon ng mga ganyan, makaharap nila si VP Sara. Para talagang, ipahiya. Nandun na tayo eh. 'Di ba? Para batikusin siya ng batikusin, birahin ng birahin. Tanungin ng kung ano-ano. 'Di ba? Na hindi naman talaga si VP Sara ang nai-stress. Diba? Dahil sa ginagawa nila, dahil sa paghahangad nila ng ganon, no, na politikahin si VP Sara, sila ang napapahiya. Diba? Yun yung sinasabi ko lagi, nagba-backfire sa kanila lagi yung pinapuputok nila. Oh, gee.
It's clear to me that this inquiry is not about misuse funds, accountability, or governance. Instead, it is solely aimed at discrediting my name and my office to prevent future political contests. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman ang budget ang punteriya ninyo dahil napakadali namang magtanggal ng budget. What you are trying to do is make a case for impeachment. Hindi ako ang problema ng bayan na ito. Ang totoong problema ng bayan ay kagutuman, kahirapan, illegal na droga, kriminalidad, terorismo, hindi na sapat na healthcare, kalidad ng edukasyon, kawalan ng plano ng infrastruktura para sa disaster at marami pang iba. So you may try to destroy me. I will continue to serve the Filipino people.
Yan talaga ang mga problema natin dito. Pero talagang itinututok lang nila kay VP Sara. 'Di ba? Gusto talaga nila mawala eh. Mawala sa posisyon yan eh. No? Mawala siya sa paningin nila. 'Di ba? Yung ma-down siya. Kaya yung sobrang ang paghahangad nila, yung nagpapahamak sa kanila, lalong-lalo na syempre si VP Sara, may mga ikinantang tao doon sa interview niya. lalo talagang naging mainit yan. Diba?
Anko, tila isa di umano itong sampal sa harap ng Kongreso, saan sinabi ni BP Sara ang lahat ng ito ay para sa pamumulitika lamang. At Congressman Rodante Marcoleta bigay ng kanyang pahayag sa tila pagkakamali ng Kongreso sa naging ruling nito. Sabay-sabay nating panuorin ang full video.
To all the resource persons invited, kindly stand up and raise your right hand, please. Representatives and resource persons from the Office of the Vice President, COA, and DBM po. Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, the Honorable Vice
When you
President.
sent a letter to the Office of the Vice President, you attached a copy of the rules
Okay.
in aid of legislation?
Yes po.
Yes, sir. Nakalagay po doon na witnesses lang po ang ino-oath. Sabi niyo po ngayon sa amin, resource persons kami.
Ang ano po,
Kaya pala hindi siya tumatay,
considered
no?
as resource person po.
Ang ano po?
Kayo po.
Kaya nga po.
Yes po. Lahat po ino-oath po.
Yes.
Apo.
Nakalagay po sa rules ninyo, witnesses. Nakalagay po dito ngayon sa table, resource persons.
Lahat po considered as resource person and witness. Lahat po naman kayo, lahat resource person pa eh. Wala pa naman po tayong tinatawag na, lahat po considered as resource person pa.
So parang pinag-iisa lang
Opo.
nila yun.
Ang nasa rules ninyo, witnesses lang po ang nag-o-oath. Wala po kayong rules sa resource persons.
Ma'am, ano lang
Basag!
po, yung term lang po eh, pero considered as resource person din po kayo eh.
Yes, sir.
Opo.
Resource persons nga po
Kayo,
nakalagay.
witness din po at saka resource person po.
Hindi niyo po sinabi na witness ako. Sinabi niyo po dito ngayon, resource persons. Ang nakalagay po sa rules ninyo, witness.
Comsec, ano po yung pinadala po ninyo?
Yun pong rules in aid of legislation.
Mr. Chair, point
Ayan
of
na.
order.
Si
What
GMA.
is the point of order of the Honorable Congressman
This issue about
Macapagal?
witness, resource person, etc., etc.
Ma'am, pakilakas lang po, hindi po marinig.
Resource persons and accused has been taken up in previous legislative inquiries in aid of legislation. I want to quote a December 8, 2008 hearing in the Senate, where Senator Miriam Defensor Santiago issued had an opinion on a similar situation, but she quoted a Supreme Court ruling. So the Constitution provides that no person shall be compelled to be a witness against himself. The Supreme Court has repeatedly emphasized that there is a difference between a mere witness and the accused.
Oh, magkaiba.
And it can appear from statements and privileged speeches that there is that a person who is the subject matter of an adverse privileged speech is not a mere witness or a mere person of interest, meaning a suspect. She is in fact accused of what seems to be a criminal case for violation of certain criminal laws, including malversation of public funds. And there is a case quoted in 2007, Standard Chartered Bank versus the Committee on Banks, where the court repeated the rule that an accused occupies a different tier of protection from an ordinary witness. So, where the court said, Supreme Court said, whereas an ordinary witness may be compelled to take the witness stand and claim the privilege at each question requiring an incriminating answer is shot at him, an accused may altogether refuse to take the witness stand and refuse to answer any or all questions. So that has been a supreme, and then there is a portion, the court explained that the right of the accused against self-incrimination also applies to respondents in administrative investigations such as legislative inquiries in aid of legislation. So that is the point of order I am raising, and there is a Supreme Court ruling to this effect.
My statement regarding the point of order. Message? Mga kababayan, ladies and gentlemen, assalamualaikum. Warakmatullahi wa barakatuh. Madayaw, mayong adlaw, kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. The officials of the Office of the Vice President, as well as each and every one of our satellite office leads, were in receipt of a letter from the chairman of the Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability dated September 13, 2024, requesting our presence or that of our duly authorized representatives in today's initial deliberation with preliminary determination on privilege speech number 379. In view of the said letter, I am appearing before you today not only as the head of office, but more importantly as the duly authorized representative of all officials of the OVP. Simply because we have not done anything wrong. There is no misuse of funds. If there are audit findings, we shall gladly respond to them before the Commission on Audit. And if there are legitimate cases to be filed, then we shall gladly respond to them before the appropriate courts. In relation to this, may I just say that I take notice of the opening speeches and nasabi doon, there is a determination of misfeasance, nonfeasance, and malfeasance. And those are cases that should properly be taken in the courts of law. What we are witnessing now is no ordinary legislative inquiry. This exercise is a well-funded and coordinated political attack. This much is evident from the very words of the privileged speech that prompted this inquiry. A speech that simply meant to say, do not vote for Sara on 2028. It is clear to me that this inquiry is not about...
Doon sila natatakot, mga katunay. Do not vote VP Sara for 2028, pero hindi ko isisigaw yan. Para sa akin talaga, nakikita ko kay VP Sara, talaga, ito ang pag-asa ng bayan, mga katunay. O, para sa akin, ito ang magpapalaya sa ating lahat. No? Malakas ang pakiramdam ko. Hindi, totoo yan.
Misused funds, accountability.
Ngayon, yung ayaw mga maniwala sa akin, bahala kayo sa buhay nyo. Palakpakan ko rin kayo.
Instead, it is solely aimed at discrediting my name and my office to prevent future political contests. I have publicly stated my reasons as to why I've chosen not to defend the OVP's budget proposal for 2025. I have narrated the issues I encountered in previous years, which can easily be confirmed by looking at the NEP, the GAB, and the GAA for fiscal years 2023 and 2024. Further, I have even shared the drama that transpired last year regarding the confidential funds. Hence, just as we have done last year, we again leave the 2025 OVP budget to the pleasure of Congressman Martin Romualdez. I am not asking for any special treatment, nor am I asking you to uphold any tradition. There is no disrespect. All I am saying is that you have the complete freedom to do whatever you wish with the OVP budget. If you feel that all the documentary submissions are not enough, then by all means, huwag kayo magbigay ng budget. Sa totoo lang, hindi naman ang budget ang punteriya ninyo.
Totoo!
Dahil napakadali naman magtanggal ng budget.
Yes!
What you are trying to do is make a case for impeachment.
Ay, nako! Hindi, gano'n naman talaga yung lumalabas dyan eh. Kaya lang naman talaga nila gusto makaharap si VP Sara, hindi naman talaga para pag-usapan yung budget. Kasi yes or no, paulit-ulit nating sinasabi, yes or no lang yon. Kung hindi nga naman kompleto yung isinasubmit ni VP Sara o ipinapakita niya, madali lang naman tanggalin yan, madaling sabihin na ayaw namin. Pero ang tanong dyan kasi, bakit pinagtatagal pa? Bakit ang daming tanong nang ipinapasok? 'Di ba? Yun yung problema eh. 'Di ba? Kaya masasabi talaga na gusto lang talaga siyang magkaroon ng kaso. 'Di ba? Parang pinapangarap nila diyan, baka mamaya isang oras lang 'to, baka madulas yan sa atin. Parang ganoon eh. 'Di ba? Kaso hindi ganoon ang nangyayari. Paano mo paaaminin ng isang taong wala namang kaalam-alam, 'di ba? Kung tama naman ang ginagawa niya. Alang-alamang magsinungaling siya tapos sabihin niya, ganito, oo, nilustay ko eh. Pero hindi niya naman ginagawa. Diba? Parang ang hirap magsinungaling na hindi mo naman ginagawa yung sasabihin mong ganoon. Diba?
Hindi naman ako kakandidato sa nalalapit na eleksyon.
Ay.
Hindi ako namumulitika. Ang ginagawa ko lamang ay ang pagtupad sa aking oath of office at campaign platforms.
Ayan. O, hindi raw kakandidato si VP Sara no, sa 2028. No, hindi siya naggagaganyan. Kasi nga, di ba, baka mamaya daw kasi maitulak ka, VP. No? Eh, natatakot sila kasi yung survey mo, ang taas-taas kasi. Pero, VP, nako, pag-isipan mo yan, di ba? Para sa amin talaga, kailangan ka namin talaga, no? Sa mga susunod. No, sana mapaunlakan mo ang taong bayan. Taong bayan na mismo magtutulak sa'yo sa 2028.
Trabaho, edukasyon, at mapayapang pamumuhay.
Pero ginagawa niya
Sinabi
talaga
ko na noon,
niya. Yan ang maganda.
at ilang beses ko nang inulit na hindi ako ang problema ng bayan na ito.
Oh, tama.
Ang totoong problema ng bayan ay kagutuman, kahirapan, illegal na droga, kriminalidad, terorismo, hindi na sapat na healthcare, kalidad ng edukasyon, kawalan ng plano ng infrastruktura para sa disasters, at marami pang iba.
Kaya, di ba, isama na rin natin, no, VP Sara, kahit sabihin natin hindi ikaw ang problema. Hindi ka problema ng taong bayan. Problema ka ng mga nangangarap na tao. Problema ka ng mga taong gustong-gustong makamit ang pinakamataas na posisyon sa gobyerno. Kaya ka nagiging problema nila kung tutuusin. Kung tutuusin nga naman, tama yung sinabi mo na hindi ikaw ang problema. Ang mga problema ay yung mga sinabi mo. Pero hindi na yan nila mapapansin kung ang nasa isip nila ay makuha ang mataas na posisyon sa gobyerno. Na ikaw ang nagiging tinik. Ayun yun.
So, you may try to destroy me, you can skin me alive, and throw my ashes to the wind. But let it be known, you will find me unbowed. I will continue to serve the Filipino people no matter the personal cost or political intrigue. Having said that, I will not allow myself to be subjected to an inquiry based on an empty privilege speech just so you can attack me and do indirectly what you failed to do directly during the budget hearings. I therefore request this committee to terminate this inquiry for its clear lack of any proposed legislation or substantive matter for discussion. Shukran.
The committee cannot rule on that because the committee already took cognizance of this privilege speech. Anyway, we will now proceed. Next, we will recognize the representative from COA.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Marcoleta.
May I please raise a parliamentary inquiry?
What is your parliamentary inquiry?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The rules of the committee says that this committee only acquires jurisdiction on matters of nonfeasance, misfeasance, malfeasance. And under Section 2, Mr. Chair of the rules, there should be a prior determination whether or not these malfeasance, nonfeasance, and misfeasance are directly or specifically relating to the persons charged of this. Has this committee made a prior determination of this? And if so, when did it happen? And where is the order specifying that the committee has just reached a prior determination? This is very important, Mr. Chair, because the rules also says that after determining or making a prior determination, this committee will set an order, and that is the only way that this committee acquire jurisdiction over the person's subject matter of this inquiry. And that particular order of prior determination will set out the parameters. If I can make a comparison, Mr. Chair, in regular court, it is called pre-trial order, where the parameters of the inquiry, the presentation of evidence or explanations or allegations are limited to that set of stipulation. So considering, Mr. Chair, and I assume that there is no prior determination, I do not think how we can start the meeting today because we are supposed to observe the rules. I am referring to Section 2 of the rules of this committee, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. To answer that, Congressman Marcoleta, we have already ruled on the preliminary determination a while ago. Medyo na-late na po kayo. Now, with respect to your inquiry, that if we can proceed with this, considering that this is an investigation of malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance, let me walk you through. Let me walk you through the definition of a good government and public accountability. It provides that all matters directly and principally relating to malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance in office committed by officers and employees of the government and its political subdivision and instrumentalities, inclusive of investigations of any matter of public interest on its own initiative or upon order of the House. For the information of everybody, the issue on confidential fund is a matter of public interest. Lahat po tayo ay interesado, hindi lamang po tayo, yung publiko po, interesado kung paano po ito nagamit. Kaya yung po...
Sus! Kayo lang interesado dyan. Mario Joseph, dinadamay pa yung publiko. Yung mga publiko, alam naman eh. Alam na ng publiko yun.
Dahilan why this committee has jurisdiction over the subject matter.
Sige.
But Mr.
Yes,
Chair,
Congressman Marcoleta.
Mr. Chair, under Section 5, there should be a record of preliminary determination. It says that the proceedings in the preliminary investigation or determination shall be recorded through stenographic notes. What you were mentioning are motu proprio cases. I am assuming that this committee started by way of a referral because of a privileged speech delivered on the floor by one of us. And so this is the main subject matter of this committee meeting, and to which we should first determine preliminarily whether or not this committee acquires jurisdiction. And I demand a record of preliminary determination under Section 5 because it says, upon termination thereof, Mr. Chair, the chairperson shall issue an order which shall recite in details the matters taken up. So what are the matters taken up, Mr. Chair? I think we should be able to comply with these elementary rules as specified in the governing rules.
Well, considering that we are still in the, we have yet to proceed to the interpellation, we are still in the period of recognizing the resource person as well as the witness. With that, the Chair declares 1-minute suspension.
Ayon, natating natin ngayon ng video na nagmula kay Pinas News Insider at syempre, ayan, no, sa Kongreso. Hay, nako. Nagsanib yung dalawa, no? Kong Marcoleta, BP Sara, no? Talagang okay talaga tong dalawang to, eh. Ay, nako, kayo mga katunay, ano masasabi nyo tungkol dito? Comment lang po kayo sa comment box. So once again, I'm BT and I'm out. Peace.